guys, we're back with another story with Miss Dara. So today we have Cinderella Skeleton by Robert D. Sansuichi. Hope you enjoy. Cinderella Skeleton dwelt in Boneyard Acres near the wood, third mausoleum on the right. Decayed, decrepit, what a fright! On the door, a withered wreath invited guests to rest in peace. It was the pride of the neighborhood. Cinderella Skeleton was everything a ghoul should be. Her build was long and lean and lank, her dankish hair hung down in hanks. Her nails were yellow, her teeth were green. The ghastliest haunt you have ever seen. Foulest in the land was she. Cinderella Skeleton's stepsisters treated her with scorn. Grisseline was small and mean and firmly packed with spite and spleen. Tall, bony Jane, a scatterbrain, was just as vile and twice as vain. They worked Cinderella from dusk till morn. Cinderella Skeleton, it seemed her tasks were never done. She hung up cobwebs every place, arranged dead flowers in a vase, littered the floor with dust and leaves, fed the bats beneath the eaves. She had no time for rest or fun. Cinderella Skeleton's stepsisters dressed in fancy clothes, but she only had hand-me-downs, the others torn and tattered gowns. Her shoes had worn up tops and soles. In fact, they were so full of holes they showed off all her bony toes. Cinderella Skeleton asked for help with household chores, but stepmother Screech began to shout, "You're lucky I don't throw you out. My girls are gems, you're common clay. How dare you even think that they should streak the windows or strew the floors?" Cinderella Skeleton, more disappointment lay ahead. Prince Charmel summoned one and all to his frightfully famous Halloween ball. When Cinderella begged to go, her stepmother sneered and told her, "No, you'll stay at home and work instead." Cinderella Skeleton watched the others leave in a hearse, Screech in mournful bombazine, her girls in mildew green sateen. Then Cinderella made this vow, "I'll get to the prince's ball somehow. I'm taking action, for better or worse." Cinderella Skeleton, off she marched without delay to a good witch in the wood beyond, who cast kind spells with a generous wand. The witch heard Cinderella's plea, then nodded, saying, "Bring to me some things I need, and right away." Cinderella Skeleton located what the witch required: a jack-o'-lantern, fiery-eyed, 6 rats, a trap held locked inside, 2 bats asleep and wings wrapped tight, a cat as black as moonless night, exactly as the witch desired. Cinderella Skeleton saw witch touch wand, tip-tap to all. The pumpkin turned a funeral wagon, the rats to nightmares, bright horse, bright dragon. The bats to footmen at the ready, the cat to driver holding steady, the steeds would speed her to the ball. "Cinderella Skeleton," the witch exclaimed, "you need new clothes." Her wand flashed magic to replace Cinderella's rags with a gown of lace, trimmed in silky ribbons and bows, while each worn shoe that showed her toes became a slipper with a satin rose. Cinderella Skeleton was eager to be on her way, but the good witch said, "Before you go, there's one important thing to know. You must return before the morning. If you fail to heed my warning, your joy will fade at the break of day." Cinderella Skeleton reached the ball and caused a stir. The guests all turned to stare at where she stood atop the palace stair. As she swept down, she heard the buzz of everyone wondering who she was. And then Prince Charmel bowed to her. Cinderella Skeleton heard Chanel say, "Your beauty burns like bonfires ablaze at night. Your brightness fills me with delight. Dance with me, lady, I implore." She smiled. He led her to the floor, where they waltzed with graceful dips and turns. Cinderella Skeleton, gazing in Chanel's eyes, was so in love she was unaware of each hateful murmur and baleful glare that Screech, Bony Jane, and Grisseline aimed at the lovers' tender scene. She danced till dawn first lit the skies. Cinderella Skeleton recalled too late the witch's warning. She broke from Charnel's dear embrace and hurried to escape the place. Charnel cried, "You're my answered prayer!" But Cinderella fled down the stair, distressed how near it was to morning. Cinderella Skeleton, her haste as haste will, brought mishap. As she ran for her waiting carriage, pursuing Prince, shouting offers of marriage, she stumbled once, giving Charnel time to grab her foot and cry, "You're mine!" Then off her foot came with a snap. Cinderella Skeleton, ignoring the thump of her footless stump, reached her coach and cried, "Away! I must be home by break of day." They raced pell-mell past the palace gate. The prince kept pleading, "Lady, wait!" And his hand a foot and his throat a lump. Cinderella Skeleton, through near dawn her nightmares spread, but morning caught the mid-flight, coat shrinked a pumpkin in the light. Cats, rats, and bats skitter-flittered away, ragged and limping she faced the day, her heart still full, while the magic had fled. Cinderella Skeleton, her life grew day by day more grim. Her family worked her without rest. They knew Prince Charnel's mystery guest. She drudged, but halfway through some chore, she dreamed she was on a dancing floor as Charnel asked her to waltz with him. Cinderella Skeleton, her image filled the prince's mind. His days and nights turned to a blur, whirling round memories of her. So lovelorn Charnel vowed, I'll start a search for the one who stole my heart. She must be somewhere I can find Cinderella Skeleton. Until I find you, I will not rest, vowed Charnel, who traveled every place with her slippered foot in a velvet case. But no one, Duchess, Milkmaid, Crone, could match footbone to ankle bone. Each snapped a foot off for the test. Cinderella Skeleton, locked up when Charnel came to call, Screech pulled her girl's feet off, 1, 2, saying, Wire glue, you're good as new. Surely it's worth this slight distress for the chance to be a true princess. Now hurry, the prince is in the hall. Cinderella Skeleton picked the lock with the longish pin. She heard Charnel's voice, his gentle tones, drowned by her stepsister's wails and moans. Boney Jane's ankle was too large and thick, and Griseline's thin as a withered stick. Then Cinderella came limping in. Cinderella Skeleton, while everyone stared wide-eyed, she bowed to Charnel with this request. Please, let me take your marriage test. Her footbone snaped on and held fast. Charnel shouted, a match at last! Here is my promised princess bride. Cinderella Skeleton, the rarest gem the world has seen. Your gleaming skull and burnished bones, your teeth like polished kidney stones, your dampish silks and dankish hair. There's nothing like you anywhere. You make each day a Halloween. Cinderella Skeleton soon was married to her prince, and they stayed happy ever after, their kingdom filled with love and laughter. Screech, Griseline, and Boney Jane just shriveled with envy and shrank to dust, and no one's seen or missed them since. The end. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.